Dear friends and family, good day, good evening. We are gathered on this special occasion, virtually from around the world, to mark Dikran Kalaydjian's birthday and to pay tribute to his life. My name is Hratch, Tchilingirian, Dikran's cousin in London. Like for all of you, especially his immediate family, I still find it difficult to accept that he is no longer with us physically. Yet it is Dikran, with his presence in our lives, that brings us together today. Indeed, doesn't every death we encounter in our lives make us think about life? Not every death is about life, and not every life ends in death, metaphorically speaking. If during their life on this earth, people are metaphorically dead in their relationships, in their connections, in their families and communities, their life ends with death. But if one is full of life and alive in this world, they remain alive after their journey in this world ends. They continue to live through each and every one they encountered and touched in this life. Dikran, no doubt, was one such person. His untimely death is about life as well for us, and about how he lived his life and made it alive and vital for everyone. He continues to live in our hearts, in our minds, because of the values, faith, and optimism that he not only subscribed to, but lived in his daily life. He was born on March 10th, 1973, in a house where his poet, writer, and intellectual father, Bouchakjian, had welcomed him with 1,001 poems, abundant love and wisdom, where his lifelong educator and teacher mother, Azaduhi, furrowed the bright path of success in virtually everything Dikran did in his life. His schooling, youth, and university years coincided with the devastating decades-long civil war in Lebanon and its aftermath. Rather than losing his path, Dikran turned the negative experiences and realities of the war and the devastation into learning opportunities in his life, transferable skills, as it were, that complemented his MBA education at LAU and his professional life. He was bright, intelligent, attentive, practical, optimistic, forward-looking, and determined. The ever-bright smile etched on his face belied all the challenges, the difficulties and hardships that had built his strong, loving, and caring character. Out of the enormous love for his parents and his brother Razmik, he matured into building his own nest with his life partner and beloved wife, Sylvie. They were blessed with two beautiful children, Arek and Sarik, the embodiment of their love and the pride of their extended family. Dikran was much loved and respected by his professional colleagues. His long career and service at JWT spanned over various responsible positions, where he was the chief financial officer for the MENA region. He contributed to the company's structuring initiatives, tax planning and treasury management, managing internal and external audits, managing acquisitions, and he served on the boards of several companies. Along with his successful professional career, and despite his frequent work travels, Dikran was an active member of the community in Lebanon, volunteering for many charities and community causes. Through his expert advice and organizational support, Dikran contributed to the success of many charitable, cultural, and educational projects and community social services in Lebanon. He provided financial support to a number of community charities and institutions. For many years, he served as a trustee on the board of the Silesian Catholicos' Bird's Nest Orphanage and served as an elected deputy of the Armenian National Assembly of the Prelacy of Lebanon, representing the Holy Resurrection Church in the Rumeil district. During his tenure, the community church flourished through many activities and services, especially distribution of assistance to the community members, which increased after the August 4th devastating blast at Beirut port. Dikran made sure that the much needed assistance was provided on a weekly basis. He was much loved by his extended family, his large circle of friends, and members of the community he served for his wonderful personality, his warm humanity. His professionalism, deep knowledge, and business acumen were highly valued by his professional colleagues. Alas, his multifaceted, purpose-filled life lasted for only 47 years. He still had a lot to give and live. And yet today, even as we feel the pain of his absence, we celebrate his life with us, a beautiful life he shared with each one of us. Happy birthday, Dikran. We don't have a cake today, but your loved ones, your family and friends are the candles that you lit with your love and eternal memories. And now we will be watching a special testimonial video prepared by Dikran's colleagues.
Hi Dad, on your birthday, we decided to tell you how proud we are to be your kids. I never thought that I would only have 14 years with you. However, these 14 years, we did everything together. We traveled, we laughed, we went places. You took me to your office many times to teach me about your job. You took me to the World Cup in Russia in 2018 to teach me how football is played. We love you, Dad.
Dad, I miss your hugs. I'm always gonna do the same things I did to make you proud, like dance class. I always remember you would attend my performances every year, and this year you're gonna attend too. It's my first year in middle school, so I will be having my award ceremony for my grades. You always used to tell me that I'm your soft spot, and you were always so proud that you had a son and daughter like us.
يعني الواحد ما في يحكي عن دكران غير ما يكون عم بيضحك ومبتسم. ضحكته بعد لهلأ بدينية بعقلي وبقلبي وحتضلها أكيد. من وقت ما تعرفت عليه أكتر من 20 سنة بالجيش بنعيط لبعضنا اليوتنا، واتطورت علاقتنا وعرفني على سيلفي قبل ما يتجوز وشغله الجديد وتغير والولاد، وأنا نفس الشي شاركه بكل شي. قد ما هيك نقعد مع بعضنا قد ما هو بيريح، قد ما هو إنسان صادق وبيور. اتطورت علاقتنا، وكنت محظوظ كمان ريسنتلي بالصيف كمان قضيت وقت معه منيح وعملنا هايكس. أنا وجاني بنحبه كتير كتير، والأهم من هيك إنه حكمل عيش معه spiritually. صعبة بس أكيد حكمل عيش معه.
I got to know Dikran back in 2003 when I joined the Kalaydjian Center. Our friendship developed little by little over these past 18 years. We became good friends. Dikran was a silent supporter, encourager, mentor, a good guidance, and a helper. He wanted to help people. He wanted to alleviate the lives of the people in the Armenian community in Lebanon. He encouraged me personally a lot. Silently, his insights were very much helpful to me. On the occasion of Dikran's birthday, I vouch that your legacy will remain, and I miss you a lot, dear Dikran.
For 12 years, we worked together like fire and water. As people who knew Dikran know that he was so fiery. I was there to actually teach him patience. And, you know, in 12 years, there isn't a day that passed where we didn't talk to each other. And really, he played here a very dirty trick. I'm the old man, not him. He was my little brother. Every day, we had discussions. We had lunch together more often than not. With all his anxieties, or I should lose weight, and he never did. And he was such a lovely man, so ethical, so caring, so loving. Such a shame, such a shame. He loved my history lessons. They were not really history lessons, but for the people who know, you know, I always talk to him about the industry, how this industry evolved, or about the region and all its problems. And we used to have these endless discussions. He never wanted to stop. And often in a day, I think of sending him all these naughty WhatsApp he loved. And then I realize, and I still didn't realize, and I still miss him, and I still love him. I loved him so, so dearly, like, you know, like my little brother.
ديكو البارون والله ما بتروح من بالي ديكران، يعني ما بتروح من بالي، ما يعني اتليست فكر فيك مرة مرتين بالنهار، يعني ما بتروح من بالي أبدا وما بتروح من راسي أبدا يعني. وهيك هداك اليوم فتت هيك على آخر واتساب أنا وياك، هيدي قبل بليلة سكرنا شي 9:15 سوا، وآخر شي قلت لي إياه you were feeling much better و things were fine وصرت على الآخر. وشو صار تاني يوم ما بعرف شو صار تاني يوم صراحة، لهلأ بعدني هيك كل ما بقعد بيني وبين حالي بصير فكر إنه شو معقولة صار تاني يوم. بقى ديكران يعني اشتغلنا سوا 13-14 سنة، وغير انه اشتغلنا سوا يعني ديكران غير انه he was a colleague. ديكران was a dear friend. ديكران was family يعني. بنشوف بعض كنا اتليست مرة مرتين بالجمعة غير الشغل، يعني هيك نروح نشرب قهوة انا وياه نطق حنك، نحكي سوا اتليست once a day يعني. كمان نضحك نطق حنك نحكي شوي نخبر قصص. we'll miss you dearly, and we miss you dearly so far. you'll always be remembered, always. يعني انت من الاشخاص اللي بتصور يمكن ضل فكر فيهم وضل اتذكرهم وضل اتذكر the good days اللي كنا هيك نقعد مثل ما قلت نضحك فيها ونتسلى. وشيخ الشباب انت. Rest in peace, my dear friend. Rest in peace.
أصعب شيء ينطلب بشغلة هيك مني، خصوصاً أحكي عن ديكران الشخص اللي عرفته ل14 سنة. نشتغل مع بعض مينيموم كل جمعة، كل يوم إذا مش كل يوم نحكي مع بعض. بس برجع بقول دايماً بتذكر ديكران بالاشياء الحلوة، بالانرجي تبعيته، قديه كان بوزيتيف، قديه كان يساعد، قديه كان يخلصنا من مشاكل. والله يعني اشتقت كتير لهالايام. اجين يمكن هاي حالة الدنيا، بس والله راح بكير ديكران. وبرجع بقول يعني بدنا نشد حالنا كلنا لنقدر نعيش هالمرحلة.
Our chief first thing, Imad and myself decided not to talk in the past about Dikran, nor as if he's not here anymore. More remembering the few times we had few laughs and certain traits about Dikran that will always live with us and be with us. So we wanted to be a funny remembrance rather than an enjoyable remembrance rather than a sad one. From my side, every time I used to talk to Dikran, we start with one topic and then he starts moving around in different corners or bring up different topics. Until one day كنا عم نتعشى and Sylvie was there, and then Sylvie told him, Dikran, focus. And since every time he would lose focus with me, I would call him Sylvie, and we used to have a laugh at that time. We will always remember Dikran as a funny, loving and caring person, and he will always be with us wherever you are. Happy birthday.
I can remember Dikran in many instances. We had spent many hours and long days together in different contexts. All that I can say, he was a friend before being a colleague, and a very dear one. And he was an advisor when needed and the support when needed. And I will always remember Dikran in the best moments we spent together.
Dikran the Great, Maiden Dikran the Braveheart, Catch the Gun. That is what I called him at the beginning or outside of every conversation. He was the quintessential friend. Our friendship started with a lunch at Beit Mary, when he and his colleague came up the hills to Grey office at Beit Mary to discuss the challenges of his new position. Right from the beginning, we were on first-name terms. That meeting sparked the beginning of a professional relationship and became stronger as we served in the board of one of WPP companies. Our professional relationship turned into friendship as we started seeing each other at the Bouchakjian Center, where we both took our kids for Saturday activities. Drinking coffee there with a couple of friends became a Saturday ritual that we tried to preserve over the last 7 to 8 years until the outbreak of the pandemic. It was there he told me that Roy wants to see me to chat about a finance opening at WPP. He kept a low profile, but deep in my heart I knew he loved it for me. There are so many tales and episodes we shared together during our trips, lunches and Saturday coffee gossip meetings. We talked about everything, business, politics, sports, and shared boyish jokes. Every Friday evenings had a special flavor. Before we departed for the weekend, he always asked me the same 2 questions. What are you drinking tonight, wine or whiskey? Agas, I saw Kinichete whiskey. The second question, don't forget to come over to Demirjian tomorrow. We talk politics with Varujan Tagop and Kichmanal Chanesis Genikneregatidenki. Our last meeting was over the traditional year-end full and hummus lunch. Right before the New Year break, or that day, stormed to my office and said, Krikorchan, tunim mekpajines. Sies badasganetsi. Dikran kherella, inchka. Aman baba, pammachiga, paitsurachen. Kichman steam headed hosin. We talked about wine, cigars, and more importantly, about his future plans. He was flying with joy. Around 7 o'clock in the evening, it was time to call the day off. I saw him in the conference room working with a colleague to put the final touches on a report. Popped in to say goodbye and wished him a happy new year. We agreed that we meet right after the Armenian Christmas for fish and wine. And that was it. And that gloomy day, Dikran the Great, the larger-than-life figure, the invincible lad, took his battle, enthusiasm, and charisma to somewhere else, and decided to disappear in the sky, leaving unfulfilled dreams. Goodbye, my friend. Your time was brief, but full of life and devotion. Maiden Dikran, Catch the Yertasparov.
The ذكران. كل ما أنا بفتكر ذكران أسمعي. ذكران كان بالنسبة لي go-to person to solve my problems. مش بس حاجات related to work, even حاجات personal. ذكران اشتغلت معاه like 16 years. GLBT بالنسبة لذكران ما كانش a work. GLBT كانت part of ذكران's life. علاقته بينا وعلاقته بكل الامبلويز وكل الليدرز اللي في الشركة مش علاقة CFO بالناس اللي بتشتغل في الشركة. friend, colleague, brother, go-to person. عشان كده أنا دايما بفتكر ذكران بأنه أنا بسمايل. He was a very honest person الحقيقة، وعشان كده كنت بحب أقعد أتكلم معاه. كان دي الأوضة اللي بيحب يقعد فيها، الروم بتاعته، وكان بيقعد على الكرسي ده، كنت أقعد جنبه ونقعد نتكلم على نتورك وعلى حاجات تانية in life وعلى his family على my family. بنتكلم على كل حاجة. عايز أقول ل his family you really should be very proud of Dikran، لأنه يعني أقول لولاده أبوكو كان الحقيقة بني آدم من أجمل الناس الحقيقة الواحد شافهم في حياته. We'll always remember you, Dikran. We'll always remember you.
مساء النور. بهذا الكلمة كان كل يوم الصبح أو إذا بدكم نهار اللي بنكون مأخرين تنوصل على المكتب، هيك
9:30 يعني مأخرين
9:30 هيك كان يستقبلنا ذكران. أوقات حتى كان يلزق لنا أوراق على الإكران ويكتب عليهم مساء النور. لهالدرجة كان ذكران شخص كتير قريب من كل واحد فينا، ولا مرة حسسنا إنه هو البوس تبعنا. كان شخص كتير قريب، كنا نقعد نتساير نحن وياه، يخبرنا عن عائلته كتير رغم كل الضغط الشغل يلي كان يبقى فيه. نحن كمان كنا نخبره عن عيالنا، كنا نحس حالنا عائلة وحدة كلنا سوا. لهي الدرجة كان إنسان عن جد محب وعن جد قريب، وكان يخبرنا كتير قصص. أراك كان يخبرنا يرداد عن رحلاتكم سوا، يبعث لنا صور لما تكونوا مع بعض. سريق كان يفرجينا الفيديوز تبع الدانس. كان كتير proud of you guys. سيلفي كمان كان يخبرنا قصص مهضومة كتير عنك، كان يضحكنا بقصص
كل ما تجي مسج تبع الفيزا كارد كنا كلياتنا نعرف سيلفي شو اشترت.
كمان مام أزادوهي كان كتير حدا براود اوف يو. كمان كان يخبرنا عنك، وانتو كمان بعتقد انه يو شود بي براود اوف ذكران. هالشخص اللي كتير بوزيتيف كان بالنسبه لنا، يلي على طول ضحكته كانت ملاي المكتب، وكل شخص بتخيل عرفه واشتغل معه لذكران، ونحن كل التيم بعدنا لهلا بنحس قديش البوزيتيف فايبس اللي عم بيبعتهم، مثل ما كل شخص عن جد بيقول هيدا الشيء. وي ويل ميس يو اكيد، بس نحن ما عم نوقف نفكر فيك، موجود معنا بكل شيء بكل لحظه بشغلنا وبتحركاتنا. اكيد كانت تلبق لك الحياه اكثر، ونحن مثل كل سنه كنا لو كنت انت مسافر كنا نفتح معك فيديو كول حتى نقول لك بهالوقت ومثل هالايام هيدي
هابي بيرثداي.
وكمان أراك وسريك كنتوا دايما تجوا لعنا، وبقى بنحب كمان تضلكم تطلوا صوبنا بكره وقتها تصير الأوضاع أحسن، لأنه كمان أنتوا هيك بتضلكم تذكرونا فيه. سو يلا good luck.
Dikran, my friend, today is your birthday. Normally by now I guess we would have had a few bottles of wine, somewhere between Burger Co, Deli Co and Pizza Co. We would have chatted the day away with the gang and realized life is good. I miss you, my friend. We all miss you. We miss you a lot. But as Sylvie always says, you continue to send your good vibes every day. And that's what we need. Take care, my friend, wherever you are. I love you. Let me share the view with you. One day, I'm gonna see you again. Take care.
5 years ago, I think I met a brother, a dear friend, someone that I enjoyed working with, someone I enjoyed quarreling with, someone I already miss quarreling with. I miss getting his input, getting a piece of his wisdom. I enjoyed the grace with which he stood firm during our arguments, his sense of humor, his positivity. Dikran filled the office, filled our day-to-day. I think I talked to him probably more than I talked to Zina, my wife, especially in the past year. And I know that I probably didn't get the chance yet to miss him, because so far he's been in my thoughts every day. Every day I kind of reach out to talk to him, message him, and he's so present. And I know that he will remain present for me, for everybody who worked with him, for everybody around us. I know that for me, he's family, and I will always consider that his family. I will consider that he's there, and I know he is there in some form. And I know that it's very difficult to be trying to talk about it this way, but I do also know that he filled us all with so much good energy, with so much positivity. So every time I think of him, it's with a smile. Every time I remember a moment, it's with a smile. And as a brother, I know it was mutual. It was something that was kind of an important, very important part of my life. In a span of 5 years, we got very close. It became an amazing kind of friendship, and it will always remain for me. And all I can say, my dear friend, is that you will always be with me. You will always have a place in my mind, in my heart. And I know me, myself, and everybody else who worked with you, everybody else who knew you the way I knew you, will always have you part of their lives.
Յուրաքանչյուր հարազատի մահ մեզ թեմ հանդիման գտնե բազմաթիվ հարցումներու, որոնց պատասխանները կգնգալենք Աստուծմե եւ իրարմե։ Տարբեր չեր գնարլալ նաեւ Դիկրան Կալայջյանի բարակային։ Այսօր Dikran Kalaydjian մեզի ինք հարց կուտա, թե իր կյանքով եւ մահով, իր պատկամը, որքանով ներկործական աստեցություն կգտնե մեր կյանքի մեջ։ Dikran սիրեց իր ընտանիքը, սիրեց իր մեծ ընտանիքը եւ այսօր հավիտենականութենեն կշարունակե նույն սերը ցուցաբերել։ Dikran եղավ հաջող հայ երդասարտի կարողականություններով լեցուն դիբարմը։ Կյանքի բնակավարի զանազան հանգրվաններուն, ընտանիք, աշխատանք, միութենական կյանք, եկեղեցանվեր ծառայություն, ազգային գիտակցություն, ամբողջականորեն զինքդարձուցին սիրելի եւ փնտրված հայրենիքը։ Իր մահով Dikran գմնա գարելիություններու ծրարմը, ավելին ընելու, ավելին դալու պատրաստակամությամբ։
Սիրելի Dikran, ծննդյանը տարեդարձին օրը կմտածեմ, թե քու գարջադև կյանքդ ինչպես իմաստավորեցիր այսքան հաջողություններով։ Որպես նվիրյալ, ամուսին, հոգադար հայր, հարազատ ընկեր, անշահախնդիր բարեկամ։ Քու ներկայությունդ մեր ազգային, մշակութային, մարզական եւ ընկերային շրջանակները ներս մեր բոլորին հույս եւ վստահություն կներշնչեր։ Դու միշտ պատրաստ էիր նյութաբես եւ բարոյաբես աջակցելու նոր սերունդ մշակութային միության արեկ բարախումբին։ Բարախումբի ելույթները մեծապես կխանդավառեին քեզ։ Իմ ասնավորի անուշիկ սարիգին ներկայությունը բարախումբեն ներս եւ ինչպես կրնամ մոռնալ այն բոլոր զոհողությունները, որ դու կկատարեիր ելույթներու ժամանակ։ Եվ շատ բծախնդիր էիր նաեւ ելույթներու հաջողության համար։ Ռմեյլի Սուրբ Հարություն եկեղեցիեն ներս, որպես ազգային երեսփոխան, մեր բոլորին բարձանքն ու հբարդությունն էիր։ Մենք բոլորս հբարդ էինք քեզնով։ Եվ դու քու կարողության սահմաններու մեջ միշտ նեցուկ էիր եկեղեցվո բոլոր կարիքներուն եւ մինչեւ օրս եկեղեցվո բոլոր պատասխանատուները կվկայեն այս մասին։ Սիրելի Dikran, ինչու այսքան գանուխ ցկեցիր մեզ։ Ինչու այսքան շուտ բաժնվեցար մեզնե։ Մեր բոլորին սուքի մատնելով, ինչպես մոռնանք քո անուշիկ շպիտդ, ինչպես մոռնանք ազնիվ ու բարի նկարակիրդ, ընկերային խառնվածքդ, սերդ, նվիրումդ։ Ծննդյանը տարեդարձին առիթով պիտի ասեմ քու նվերդ, քու անունդ է որ ցկեցիր, որպես մարդ, որպես գլխակիր մարդ։ Եվ հավատացած եմ, եւ համոզված, որ դու բաժնվեցար մեզնե միմիայն ֆիզիկապես։ Բայց քու հիշադակդ հավերժ ներկայություն է մեր բոլորին սրտերուն եւ հոգիներուն մեջ։ Ծննդյանդ օրը կխոնարհիմ քու հիշադակի դարձավ։ Եվ դժվար գրնամարդահայ դեպի այս բարը հողը թեթև կաբրատ եւ լավ գիտիր թե կարոդետ մենք բոլորս կդարաբինք։
Dear friends, on behalf of the family, I would like to thank each and every one of you for joining us this evening to celebrate Dikran's life and his legacy to all of us. Special thanks to Gilbert Abdalhah for putting together this wonderful testimonial film, and to Hera, Dikran's dynamic sister-in-law, or better known as Harag's mother. As in the last scene of the video, Harag had the last word to Ammo Dikran, the loudest kisses of love to Dikran on all of our behalf. In conclusion, I would like to read a passage from the Bible. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance on you and give you peace.